Theme: Stoic fire, Hindu soul, unleash unshakable confidence like ancient warriors. Intra. In a world that spins faster than a chariot wheel, the quiet, unshakable confidence of warriors from ages past stands like a lighthouse on a stormy coast. Imagine a stoic Roman centurion beside an Indian yogi, both breathing the same air of discipline, both facing the same inner tempest. This video will guide you through 5 chapters, each a miniature time machine that takes you from the battlefields of ancient Greece to the ashrams of India, showing how their timeless fire keeps them unbreakable. At the end, we'll dive deep into one ancient philosophy that binds these stories together and show how you can ignite that fire inside you today. Ready to become the warrior of your own life? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: Fire Within. The story winds back to the famed stand at Thermopylae, where 30 men held a narrow pass against an army that would have swallowed them whole if it weren't for their single-minded focus. The Spartans, "This is Sparta," became the mantra of determination. Near centuries later, on a different battlefield, a young Prince Arjuna from the Mahabharata sat beneath the banyan tree, trembling at the thought of fighting his own relatives. The sage Krishna, his charioteer, unfolded a path of duty, detachment, and self-mastery. Both warriors were under the same scorching sun of purpose, neither daunted by the odds, each anchored in the truth that their action was the only answer. The lesson that jumps across time is simple. Confidence is not built from victory alone, it is forged in the fire of commitment when the mind is locked on a clear purpose. In your inbox now lies a daily challenge. Pick one goal that scares you. Write the reason you're scared and the reason you must do it anyway. By the next sunrise, read it back, breathe, and commit. Your confidence grows with the fire of intention, not the heat of outcomes. Conclusion of Chapter 1. The Spartans' resolve and Arjuna's resolve remind us that even under a siege of doubt, a single, unwavering focus can turn the tide. Call to action. If you feel that spark, press like, share this video with a friend who needs a reminder, and subscribe so you won't miss the next chapter of fire and faith. Reflective question. What single purpose can you commit to today that will ignite your confidence like a blazing campfire? Chapter 2: Calm on the Front Line. Picture an ancient Chinese general known for Wu Wei, the effortless action that comes from aligning oneself with the natural flow. When he faced a besieged city, he did not fight at the edge. He waited for rain, letting the weight of the attackers evaporate into wind. Across the oceans, in a village beneath the Himalayan peaks, a simple ascetic named Huna Tathagata learned to let thoughts pass like clouds, embracing a state of calm so profound even the storm could not disturb his inner peace. Their shared secret was the same Stoic idea that one cannot bend the world, one can bend the self. The modern application is to practice a brief mindfulness breath break at the start of any high-pressure situation, 3 deep breaths that allow you to reorient your heart and mind. Try it whenever a meeting starts, a presentation kicks off, or a negotiation is about to intensify. You will find that your confidence deepens not because you eliminated fear, but because you rewired your bodily response. Conclusion of Chapter 2. When a general waits for rain and a yogi lets thoughts drift, both learn that to be unshakable, you must first be a still pond against a raging river. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe to keep that steady calm flowing in your day. Reflective question. What is the one moment you can pause to steady yourself before you face a challenge today? Chapter 3: Iron Sword, Silent Mind. The Roman legionnaires were renowned for the cold steel of their gladius, but more admired was their discipline in silence. Each soldier marched, his mind free from the noise of doubt. In India, the famed Emperor Ashoka, after ruling over a violent kingdom, turned to a path of peace and meditation, letting his mind be the strongest blade. The common thread is discipline, training your mind with the same rigor you train your body. The modern lesson is to set a daily discipline routine. 15 minutes of physical exercise to build resilience, followed by 10 minutes of visualization where you imagine yourself in a situation that normally rattles you, standing tall into that imagined adversity. This rehearsal turns the mental muscle into an unshakable confidence. Conclusion of Chapter 3. A sword becomes only as strong as its wielder's calm. Discipline is your forge, confidence is the steel. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe to create a community of disciplined warriors. Reflective question. What small discipline practice can you commit to that will reinforce your trust in yourself? Chapter 4, Mountain Ek. Mountains have stood for millennia, indifferent to the storms that cross their peaks. In the ancient Persian tales, the warrior Rostam rode the white horse, drawing upon the mountain's silence to conquer foes. Similarly, the Indian sage Chanakya in his Arthashastra wrote that the only real power lies within strategic planning rather than the battle itself. The mountain is a metaphor for internal strength, a stable core that echoes back the noise of the world with calm reticence. The practical application is to map your long-term goals onto a steady, stone-by-stone path. Write out a strategic map for your career or personal life, breaking it into yearly, quarterly, monthly, and weekly milestones. Treat each step as a stone in your mountain, each milestone a summit of its own. When obstacles arise, refer back to the mountain's quiet and continue building. Conclusion of Chapter 4. The mountain does not change because of weather. You do. Build your inner mountain, and you will find your confidence unmovable even when the world moves. Call to action. If this mountain visualization resonates, give us a like, share the wisdom, and subscribe for more pathways. Reflective question. What is the next stone on your personal mountain that you will set today? Chapter 5, The Great Flame of Unity. At last, we witness the grand unity of the Stoic and Hindu mindsets in the story of Emperor Ashoka's transformation after a war of 14,000 killed. He turned the empire into a platform of peace, spreading the flame of compassion that was as bright and unwavering as the heroism of a Stoic warrior. He recognized that confidence must be paired with purpose that serves more than oneself. The modern parallel is to use confidence to serve others. Volunteering, mentoring, or even speaking up for a colleague builds your inner fire by giving it a purpose beyond self. When confidence is directed outward, it becomes irresistible and enduring. Conclusion of Chapter 5. A warrior's true confidence is a shared flame, one that lights up others, creating a circle of resilience. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe, and let's keep the collective flame alive. Reflective question. How can you use your confidence to empower someone else today? Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism, the philosophy taught by Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, invites us to master one's own mind, seeing external events as indifferent and focusing entirely on the integrity of our character. Marcus Aurelius, emperor in his own right, wrote in his Meditations that the universe is indifferent to human concerns. Our peace comes from living in accordance with reason and virtue. He practiced daily reflections, wrote about impermanence, and accepted hardships with equanimity. 3 core lessons that modern practitioners can adapt are: 1. Perception shapes reality. By filtering external events through the lens of virtue, we transform obstacles into opportunities and maintain confidence regardless of outcomes. 2. Control what you can. You cannot control the market, a team's mood, or the weather, but you control your response. Training this awareness lets you move forward confidently. 3. Live in the present. The ancient Stoics taught focus now, not past or future. This mindfulness reduces anxiety and anchors confidence in a steady pulse of action. These ideas dovetail with the warrior's journey. The Stoic's fire meets the Hindu soul's quest for purpose, creating a warrior who is both fiercely independent and deeply compassionate. When you face business setbacks or personal fears, remember that your confidence is a practiced skill, nurtured in the stillness of the mind and honed through deliberate action. Conclusion of the Philosophy Spotlight. Think of the Stoic fire not as a solitary blaze, but as a steady, unshakable flame that fuels and warms the soul. By integrating Stoic discipline and Hindu purpose, you unlock a confidence that does not falter at the first sign of darkness. Outro. Thank you for navigating through these epics of warrior wisdom. If you want to keep your confidence ignited, hit like, share this journey with a fellow traveler, and subscribe for more ancient meets contemporary growth. Drop a comment below on which chapter resonated most and what specific confidence practice you're excited to try. Remember, your fire is already inside, just need the spark to unleash it. End.